Hi, hello everybody. Welcome to another video in my ride review series. What I've got here for you today is a 2005 Honda CBF600. This one is the little semi-fared and it has the factory ABS fitted. On this road test, I'm just going to give you a short overview of what I think of the bike, anything you may need to look out for, and just some general impressions. The CBF bikes by Honda were brought out sort of 2004 as a budget sports tourer type bike, sort of commuter bike. This one's got the 600cc inline 4-cylinder. Up until I think 2008-2009 they were still carbed, and this one is carbed. Also, as you can hear, it's got squeaky brakes. So 600cc liquid cooled carbed. It was, I believe the engine was taken out of the CBR600 but retuned for these bikes. It puts out, I think, round about 80 horsepower, which isn't a great deal of power, but it's got mid-range pull, because if you're using it as a commuter bike, it's quite nice to have. The rider position on these, they're sort of a sit-in position. It's very comfortable. I believe also that these ones have the adjustable seats. So if you are a taller or a shorter rider, you can adjust the height of the seat, which again makes it quite user-friendly. As you may expect from a Honda, it's very smooth. Everything works as you'd expect. They made two versions of the 600. They got this version, which is the half-fared one, and they also had a naked version, which had the single headlight and sort of twin dials. On this bike, you should be able to see it's got your main speedometer. You've got the rev counter next to it. It's got a digital clock and a digital mileage. You can also show your trip. To your right there's a temperature gauge, and to your left there's your ABS warning light with a CBF logo there. One thing which is slightly disappointing on these is mainly what a bike's going to be used, this type of bike's going to be used for is a commuter touring type bike. You would hope for it to have a fuel gauge, but on this it only has a warning light. Which for some may be okay, but for other people it may leave them a little bit stranded. The ABS light will illuminate when you start the engine up. I will show you that to you a bit later, and it goes out once you go above 5 miles an hour. The screen on it is quite low. I mean, it does buffer you about a little bit. Mirrors are good. I can just got little bits of my elbows. But you got quite a good rear visibility. Now I'm going to hang back a little bit and try and do a sort of 30 mile an hour to 60 mile an hour roll on, just so you can see what it does. Alright, winding it back. That's 60 miles an hour. So it's not going to set the world on fire. Any traffic light Grand Prix, you're generally able to get away okay. And if you're commuting in towns, that'll give you an advantage getting away from lights, to get yourself out of trouble from cars. This bike's got twin brake discs at the front and single brake disc at the back. The brakes are good, apart from this one where you can hear it squeaking slightly. The tyres are quite a common size. It's got a 120/70/17 on the front and a 160/60/17 at the back. That gives you a nice broad range of tyres to choose from. It's got adjustable suspension on the back for preload. It's non-adjustable at the front, and this one does can feel a little bit spongy on the brakes when going around corners. But again, depending on what you're using it for, you're not really going to notice that much. This one's got a top box fitted. I believe it's a factory option top box. It gives you quite a lot of storage inside. This model, like the 500 model, doesn't have your choke on the left-hand switchgear. It has it under the engine, which again could be tricky for first-time users. I mean, these bikes are very economical. You keep them in low revs. Fuel range, I'd imagine, is somewhere between sort of 50 and 60 miles per gallon. You can get a lot of options still from Honda for this, say heated grips. You can get rear luggage. I imagine you'll be able to get a taller screen if you're a taller rider. So pretty much whatever you need. I mean, storage under the seat is a little bit limited, but you get your Honda toolkit. And the bike handle's nice. It's a Honda, so fit and finish is good. This bike, I believe, has lived outside for quite a lot of its life, and you see grime here and there. Corrosion levels are overall quite low, which is what you'd hope, and especially from Honda, it's what you'd expect. Okay, I've pulled up over at the side of the road, just so now you can have a look at it from the side. I'll give a walk around so you can have a look at it for yourself. Hopefully you can, because I'm only filming using the GoPro, so hopefully I'm getting it all in shot for you. They're very practical bikes. As you can see here, got the ABS ring and the cable going up. See the twin discs with the brakes. I believe the bike is stored outside. You can see corrosion levels are low on it. Hardly any rust showing, or any corrosion showing. See the front of the bike. Got the twin headlight style setup, and that relatively small screen. Okay, let's jump back on. I'll show you the ABS light going on and off, do some conclusions, and that'll end the video. Set the ignition on. You can see the ABS light comes on. We'll start her up, and what you'll see is that ABS, as I go over 5 miles an hour, will turn itself out. It sort of self-checks. There you go, and it's out. So, my conclusions on this bike. If you want something that's exciting, buy something else. This bike will do anything you want it to do, and it will do it well. It won't give you necessarily the excitement that, say, a super sports bike will. But it's very comfortable. It's sort of sit-up position. It's quite good for your back. You get a good all-round view. It's got a good fuel range. It's very comfortable. The fairing does quite a good job of shooting the wind round you rather than through you. The mirrors are good. It's basically everything you'd hope of a Honda. It does everything well, just not necessarily as exciting or outstanding that you may hope. There's loads and loads of these about. You can pick up a good one for sort of around £1,500. I'd say the later versions of these have got the fuel injection, and I believe they also have got link brakes as well. So I hope you have enjoyed this video and have given you some more information on this bike. Till next time, goodbye.